Hey there, look what I've got here. My official absentee ballot just arrived and I can't wait to go drop it off. But before I do that, indulge me for a minute. Let's play a little chess. I love this game. It's a smart game where you strategically maneuver across this board to gain position to ultimately defeat your opponent and win the kingdom. But you know what else is just like chess? Presidential politics, and specifically the Electoral College, because just like chess, the object of that game is to maneuver across the country, strategically gaining electoral votes so you can ultimately capture the White House. Now, for the record, I think the Electoral College is an outdated, unfair system. And if you'll bear with me, I'll tell you why. For background, the Electoral College was created at the Constitutional Convention 233 years ago for the purpose of electing the president and the vice president. Now, it was decided that rather than just count all of the votes, that a group of electors from each state, a college, so to speak, determined by the number of representatives that they had in Congress at that time, would elect the president. Now, as I said, the number of electors is equal to the number of the members in Congress. 435 representatives plus 100 senators plus 3 electors from the District of Columbia. That's 538. Now, whichever candidate gets 270 electors or the majority wins the presidency. The number of popular votes doesn't even matter. But here's the flaw in that. A candidate can, for example, win a bunch of big states, like say a queen, and ignore all of the smaller states, like the pawns on the table. Here's an example. Candidate A wins California and therefore is awarded all of that state's 55 Electoral College votes. That candidate also wins Texas and has gained all of those 38 Electoral College votes. So that's a total of 93 Electoral College votes. But candidate B wins Georgia, South and North Carolina, Virginia, Louisiana, Tennessee, Alabama, North and South Dakota, and Idaho. That candidate gains only 92 Electoral College votes. So candidate A has a better position on the board by winning just 2 states than candidate B has on the board by winning 10. The bottom line, even if you get the most votes from the American population, you can still lose the election. Just ask Al Gore, who lost to George Bush in 2000, or Hillary Clinton, who lost to Donald Trump in 2016. By the way, Hillary Clinton had 3 million more votes than Donald Trump. So you're probably asking, why not just change the system? Well, here's why. Nobody wants to upset the chessboard. For example, if you just won the presidency because you had more Electoral College votes than your opponent, then you're not going to want to change that system. And if you just lost the presidential race because you didn't have enough Electoral College votes, then you don't have a voice anymore and nobody wants to hear from you. Bye, Felicia. Look, the Founding Fathers weren't perfect. They did the best they could, I suppose, for the time they lived in. We're grateful for that. But remember, back when the Electoral College was established, the total population of America was 3 million people, and most of the country hardly had any people at all. Well, today, the population is 328 million people, and they're in every corner of the country. And that's why when times and circumstances change and advance, it becomes necessary to amend the Constitution to stay relevant and viable. Hey, our Constitution has been amended 27 times already, and there's been some good changes in there. The 13th Amendment abolished slavery. The 19th Amendment gave women the right to vote. And the 24th Amendment strengthened voting rights by eliminating poll taxes designed to keep the poor and disenfranchised from casting a ballot. They say all politics is local, right? Well, I believe that. But I also believe that each candidate and each party is looking for their best advantage to win. I say one person, one vote. Let every vote count, and who gets the most votes wins. Let the will of the people speak. Not just a few at a college. That is that. Checkmate. Now I'm going to cast my ballot.